So we're going to make a Yeti. Let's start with your blue piece of paper, which is going to be your background. Just for safety's sake, put your name down on the bottom. This is going to get covered up eventually, but just to keep track of things at the beginning, put your name on the bottom of your sky. Then you're going to take a toothbrush, dip it in the white paint, and you can, if you want to, you can practice a little bit on a scrap piece of paper. You can see I've done a little bit of practice here, but we're making stars. And some of your stars will be shooting stars because they'll get a little streak off of them. And some of your stars will get covered up by your Yeti. But we're going for a background of stars for a night sky. And you can get as many stars on there as you want or as few as you want. With all of these, you choose. You don't have to do all of the steps, and you can do them a little bit differently if you want. Next, we're putting the ground on, and you're going to share a sheet of black paper with a friend, and you will make your ground. And you want to tape this down towards the bottom because you want a lot of length here so you can make a nice tall Yeti. So you'll put that together, and I'm going to do this the easy way and just tape it instead of gluing it. So tape it. Flip it over. Of course, you covered up your name now. So you're going to grab one of these and put it down here. This is because you're helping me with this, so I don't have to figure out later who all these belong to. Put your name down on the bottom here, and you can even decorate that if you want to. But get your name on here so we know who did this Yeti masterpiece. Then you're going to make your Yeti, and we're using, this is paper made out of cotton, and it's got this funny edge, which we're not going to use for this, but it's called decal edge paper. And you can use either one of the templates that I have for a Yeti, or you can make your own. I would encourage you to try and use this whole piece of paper for your Yeti. I'm going to trace this. And if you're using the template, you might want to look at your neighbor's Yetis, and if they're all facing one way, you might want to flip yours over and have yours face the other way. So you're going to cut this out. And then if you have any pencil marks on there, you can erase those. Okay. And now, before we put our Yeti on, we're going to, now that our stars have died, or our stars have dried, I'm going to add some trees in the background. And this is one of those optional things. And I'm making mine small so it makes my Yeti look even bigger. Okay, so I have my background. And then I'm going to put my Yeti on here. I'm going to dip a Q-tip in some glue. So I covered up all my trees, and I want to put a few more in here. Just going to be careful not to get any tree on my Yeti. And then we know that Yetis, well, supposedly live in the Himalayas, and that their skin is blue. And so apparently their faces are blue. So if you want to, you can add some blue for your face. So if you make it bluer than you want, you can take a paper towel and pull some of that paint off. And I believe you can see their hands, or are they called paws? And the base of their feet are blue as well. So don't say anything, but right now it reminds me of an astronaut. We'll get it more Yeti looking. And then I'm going to take a marker and maybe add some their fingers or paws or claws here and toes. And then my face. I have not practiced drawing this face, and I need to look at a picture of a Yeti to see what they look like. So I'm just guessing. You can laugh at what I come up with. I don't know if I want, I don't think I'm going to have mine smile. Okay. You will come up with a much better Yeti face than me, I think. Okay. This is our Yeti fur. And instead of taking the whole ball of yarn here and walking off, cut a piece of it, because you can always add more, right? Don't take like 20 feet of it, but take a little bit, and now you're going to run a line of glue around the edges. And put this down there. So we probably don't have enough of this furry yarn or the time for you to cover your entire Yeti. But if you decide your Yeti needs, I don't know, maybe your Yeti's knees are extra hairy, you can add some there. I'm just going to do the outline though. And if you have any globs of glue sticking out around your yarn, don't worry about them because they'll dry clear. And then I'm going to finish it off by just going back in and adding, I covered up a little bit of the detail on my hands or paws or whatever they are. And my face, I think, and maybe should have waited to do my face last because the paint wasn't quite dry. I don't know, those are cheekbones there, maybe. All right. So there is your Yeti.